Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. If you like the video today, please comment and share it. We surely appreciate hearing 100 Yards of Football. Special thanks to my producer, the very talented Logan Landers, for making it happen for me today. If you like the video, please comment and share it. Today, our video is on the 2024 NFL Draft Prospect Free Safety out of the University of Miami, Mr. James Williams. I'm your host, Vincent Turner. Mr. Williams, when you talk about safety positions coming out of the University of Miami, you got to think about history. You got to think about excellence. You got to think about power. And you got to think about Hall of Fame. This young man is coming into the National Football League, and he's got a lot to hold up when you're talking about Ed Reed, Benny Blaze, Sean Taylor, and Darrell Williams. But leading up to him playing in the Senior Bowl last week, there was a lot of news going on social media down in the Senior Bowl that a lot of NFL GMs were talking about maybe and Mr. Williams get drafted at the safety position and move him to linebacker because of his size. He was a very highly recruited player at 6'5", 215 pounds. Now he about 6'5", 230. And when I think about him, I think about the former players in comparison, but let me throw out his stats last week at the Senior Bowl. He had a very good game. He had 5 tackles and he had a tackle for loss. And that came out real big, and his stock went up a little bit when it comes to the NFL draft this year in 2024. At the University of Miami in his career, he had 162 tackles. He had 4 interceptions. He had 3 forced fumbles. But the thing I like about him as a safety is that he had 13 pass breakups in his career. So that means to me that he was able to cover that back nine and cover a lot of field. As all the other great Miami safeties done. Ed Reed, Hall of Famer, did in his career in Miami, and then when he went on with the Baltimore Ravens. But when I look at Mr. Williams and I look at his size, he reminds me of old school. And I remember my time when I was in the Southwest Conference. I consider the greatest conference in all of college football back in the day. When I was at the University of Arkansas from 1978 to 1981, I saw a lot of great safeties play, man. From Johnny Johnson at Texas, to Take Randall at Texas Tech, guns up, to Van McElroy that played at Baylor University. My own, a guy I saw every day going to class, Mr. Kevin Evans, who was all Southwest Conference in 1980 at Arkansas. These gentlemen played the game like Mr. James Williams, old school. Now, Mr. Williams, let's talk about his skill set. Versatile, because there's a lot of NFL GMs talking about moving to a linebacker, outside linebacker. Great attitude. The gentleman, all I heard it when his time at the University of Miami, he loved the game and was very liked by his teammates, A+. Outstanding defender in the box, A+. That's why I said he had 162 career tackles. Football, good-looking player. Look at the gentleman right there. He's 6'5", 215 on the screen, but down at the Senior Bowl, he came in at 6'5", 230. Plays with a physical edge. You have to as a safety position, A+. Strong hands as an NFL safety, A+. Look at the frame. He's got an NFL frame, A+. Control and balance as a safety, A+. Tackles in space real well, A+. That's why he had 162 tackles in his 3 seasons at Miami. And the one thing I like about him, that a lot of pro scouts are talking right now on social media, he shows great route recognition. That's why he had 13 pass breakups at the University of Miami. But when you look at him and you look at his size, you don't really see safeties being 6'5". But it brings me back to a great safety that played back in 1966 for Michigan State University and went on to have a great career with the Houston Oilers and Mr. George Webster. Then it reminds me of another safety that came out some years later out of Michigan State. He was a safety at Michigan State, but had a great career with the New York Giants and played a little bit with Lawrence Taylor, Brand Van Pelk. And then finally, he doesn't hit as hard as this gentleman right here, but this gentleman became a Hall of Famer. He went to the University of Arkansas out of St. Louis, Missouri. He's about 6'4", 6'5", same size as Mr. James Williams. He brought that wood, as we say back in the neighborhood, Steve Atwater. Mr. James Williams, regardless of where they move him to, I hope he stays at the safety position, but I can see him being a baby Steve Atwater at the next level. He's got outstanding skills. He played at a big-time program. He's an excellent football player, and go look at his Senior Bowl notes from last week. He was a very good football player down there and got great reviews. James Williams, free safety out of the University of Miami. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. We surely appreciate it here at 100 Yards Football. I've been your host, Vincent Turner. Once again, special thanks to the talented, a.k.a. Babyface, Mr. Logan Landers. Y'all enjoy the rest of the day here on 100 Yards of Football.